Okay. Oh, the sequel. Oh my god, this is so good. Hi, my name is Hannah. Hi, my name is Hannah. Go back to my channel. We are back with another reaction. I don't know what happened there, but I about lost my mind. We're back with another reaction. Today we are checking out the choreography for BOYNEXTDOOR's pre-release single, Ddok Ddok Ddok, Knock Knock Knock. If you haven't seen my reaction to the music video, I will link it up here for you. I freaked out. Genuinely, I lost my mind, and I have been playing this song on repeat ever since. I had mentioned in that video that I loved the choreography, what we saw of it, and that I really wanted to see the full thing, and y'all were like, please watch the performance video and the dance practice. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to watch the performance video first. I'm not going to pause during the performance video, and then I'll watch the dance practice, and in the dance practice, I will pause and yap and talk and do all the things that I usually do in all my dance reactions. So let me make the disclaimer now. If you don't like pausing after the performance film, I would exit, because I will be doing a lot of pausing and talking, mainly because I pause because I don't want to miss anything, but I talk because I don't want to forget anything. So that's my reasoning behind it. Fair warning on that. If you don't like it, that's fine. No problem. Exit after the performance video. Another disclaimer. Anything I say in this video is my opinion. Dance and art is subjective. Just because I like something doesn't mean you have to like it, and vice versa. Nothing I say in this video is an attack on anyone in this group or any other group. Everything I say is my own thoughts, opinions based off my own training, what I was taught, all of those things. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. It's really not that deep. The world keeps spinning. It's fine. They don't care what I have to say. This is just a video for funsies. So with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Get right on into the video. Okay, so I have the video up in front of me right now. Now, if I feel a little chaotic during this video, I did literally just film my reaction for ZB1's title track, and I kind of freaked out in that, so I'm already feeling a little bit unhinged right now. So, disclaimer there. Also, fun story, I saw BOYNEXTDOOR announce their tour, and they have a show in Dallas. I was looking at the list and it said the venue, and I was like, wait a minute. I literally was at that exact venue about a month ago, I think, for World of Dance. That's when I was showcasing with my team. In fact, I have the shirt on right now. BABHAM! It's at the same venue that they're performing. So I thought that was so funny. It's like, oh my god, I was on the same stage that BOYNEXTDOOR is going to be on in T-minus however many months it is until they get here. So that's super exciting. I just thought that was really funny, and I felt like it would be a little fun fact to share here. That all being said, I'm excited. I'm not gonna have any captions on for anything. That being said, starting with the performance film, BOYNEXTDOOR, Ddok Ddok Ddok, performance video starting now. I'm so excited! Ooh. Ooh, I like this already. I know I'm gonna have a lot to say in that dance practice. Ooh, hey! God, this looks so good. These sketches are interesting. The lighting and color grading in this is also so good. Ooh! Oh my god! This is so good. Okay, waist. Damn. Ooh, that was a really good transition. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Ooh, the little choice moments with slow-mo is so good. Ooh. God. Oh, I'm gonna have so much to say during this. I like that. god. Oh my god, I'm so excited to see this dance practice. God, this is so good. Wow. Oh my god. I'm so pumped to see this dance practice. I'm gonna have so much to say. But thoughts on this, shot really well. The color grading in this is so good. I love how seamless the transitions between the locations were. I love that they didn't bring in the dancers until the end because it felt like it really added that last little kind of oomph you needed at the end because the song is so hype. Having the dancers be added just for that last final section is just such a nice choice. I'm really glad that they did that because you can focus on the members a little bit more, but then you still get the hypeness of having a larger number of people right at the end. That is so good. I know I'm gonna have so much to talk about in the dance practice. Let's just go right into that. Okay, so we're just gonna move right along into the dance practice. So let's go. I'm excited.
That feeling when you check your...
I will be pausing, so if you don't like that, now's the time to leave. I do feel like they're really far away right now, which I'm like, I can't see. Going back. I want to watch this again and then we'll talk about it. The tempo changes, goes from smaller, more intricate movement on the kind of faster, but it breaks down a little bit more. And they hit all of those, and then they stop and slow it down and simplify it down to here. And we're already here. You already know what I'm gonna say if you've seen any of my videos. Contrast creates focus. This is such a good example of it if people are like, what do you mean by contrast creates focus? Literally watch this. Going from the faster, more intricate movements to simplifying it down to this knock that's slower. That's the contrast in tempo. That's creating the focus that, words, I can't get the words out. That really captures the viewer's attention, and we're doing that right out of the gate into the song. When you start something, it doesn't always necessarily have to be with super complex choreography, but the energy level needs to be like pretty high when you're starting because you want people to pay attention right from the start. And then as you get into things, it can start to do this. And then you want to end on a high. So you want to start and end here, and then in the middle is kind of where things can get a little interesting. They always do a really good job of starting their choreographies with the right energy that feels like it's like, okay, here we go, let's go, we're doing it. We're only like 5 seconds in. And they keep doing it. And what's so interesting is all of this faster, more intricate parts are really engaged in their muscles, but they're not tense. So there's a big difference between engaging your muscles and really using them and holding tension in them. So like if I do this, my arms are engaged, so they're not really like moving too much. But doing like this, my shoulders have lifted, I'm holding tension here. And they do a really good job of making sure they're being engaged so it doesn't feel like noodly or sloppy, but not being tense so it doesn't feel like they're holding their breath and they're like the whole time. They do a really good job of that. I really like that. They also are so controlled in how far out of the negative space that they're using. They're staying kind of in this bubble here for the most part. So that way when we get to the part where they go here and they open up, that feels even bigger because we're staying in closer proximity to our central axis. So you get that contrast of the tightness versus the expansion, as well as the contrast in texture and tempo. It's so good. This opening section is incredible. It's so good. I don't know why, I really like this move where they're like here, they pull back this way. I feel like you don't see it now that I think about it as much in K-pop using the diagonals. Usually it's a lot of this plane here versus you don't see a lot of like the diagonals in terms of body angles and also like standing up and leaning. You usually lean this way or this way, but the lean on this back diagonal for this pull here is so interesting because they easily could have done to the side, but they chose to do this like back diagonal, and it just makes it a little bit more interesting. I really like that. Oh, oh my god, this is so good. The sequence around where they turn around, and then when they come up, they do the it's like 3 or 4 kicks on the beat, they da, and they pull up. I don't know, that sequence is so good because you have the level change. There's a level of resistance. There's a more spirally quality to the movement, and then you switch into this more like kind of like powerful oomph in it, really hitting that bass, and the switching between the sounds you're hitting and having the textures match that switch makes it so good, so satisfying. I love that. It's also just such a seamless pathway that like it doesn't feel like, okay, turn, okay, kick, kick, kick. It feels like it's so interconnected and it's so seamless. It's, sorry, I'm obsessed. God. That's such a nice transition, especially because we are going to be slowing it down for this verse that's coming in. Having it build, which gives you the opportunity to dial it back a little bit and adjust the focus by that contrast. And then it creates a nice seamless switch from something that's really powerful, really loud, to something that's a little bit more minimal without it feeling super jarring, because you're using the contrast to create a focus, but what that also does is it puts you in the right spot where you need to be for the next verse that's coming up. All right, this is so good. I could be pausing this frame by frame, but I'm going to choose not to, because this video will be 3 hours long if I do. Ooh, I really like that, the da 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 da. And what they do is they hold out here for a little bit while they're waiting for this sound to come in. So they're so sat in the pocket. Speed run pocket. If you've not seen me explain this. Beat in music. Stretch beat out. You can hit beat at beginning, middle, or end. If you hit at the beginning of the beat, technically you are on time, but you will look like you were rushing. If you hit in the middle of the beat, again, also on time, but you kind of look like choreography song, like you're doing just this across, but you're never actually overlapping at all. You hit at the end of the beat, on time, ears and eyes process things at the same time, because there is a difference and a delay in between how your eyes process things and how your ears process things. So hitting at the end of the beat, things process at the same time. Now, where you were choreography and song here, if you were hitting in the middle of the beat, now you're like this. You're linked together and you're going as one solid unit. Holding here, they could have hit it, they could have come here earlier, but they chose to really sit in the pocket. So you have this pause here, and it makes this come in, just have a little bit more kind of pop to it. And then we switch to a more bouncy movement out of it. Oh, I love that they went in the circle around and then reversed it a little bit. Usually when you think of a circle, you just think of it going in one direction, but the idea of like circling around and then they like pause and they hit a couple of beats and then they go to reverse it. It's such a good visual. Cool. We're only 41 seconds into this. Okay, before we get into the chorus, really fast. First of all, I like how when they do this step, they like leave their like upper body and their like head falls back. It takes something as simple as a step and it makes it a little bit more interesting, if you will. This transition into this form is so good because they're all moving and spinning and going in a different direction. They go to a spot that's not their spot to then move to a spot that is their spot. And what it does is it creates the thing where your brain's really trying to figure out where the formation is in all of this. So your brain is focusing on that. So that way, the second the choreography for the chorus starts, they're now in their spots. So you're processing the formation with the choreography happening at the same time. And it creates such an interesting visual. It's so cool. This is so good. This is so good. Okay, so one thing about this transition that I think I was actually wrong about, they don't necessarily move different spots, but a couple of them like rotate around, and that kind of, it still does the same effect if it distorts where you think the formation is going and creates the same effect, as opposed to just like they're going to a spot that's not their spot then moving. A couple of them are rotating to get to their spot. It creates that same kind of visual. So correcting myself there. What is this transition? This transition on these punch outs is so good because you have the punch outs happening at the same time that the formation's going from here to kind of like here in a way. So it's mirroring the same kind of effect that's happening in the formation with the choreography. So it's really good. I also love how grounded and solid this movement feels, which works really well with the instrumental and the sounds that they're hitting. So it feels like the right texture for the texture of the sound, if that makes any sense. Okay, what I really love about this part where they go 1, 2, 3 is there is a reverb when they hit here. So they're like kind of moving their head, their arms kind of shaking. It's not just like stop here and then they go. It's like a stop and it has like a settle and a little bit of like almost a bounce in it. That is so good because it's a different texture. It's a little less like solid and grounded compared to what we were getting before in the choreography, in the chorus at least. Then you switch into something that's a little bit of kind of solid and bounce in terms of like they're hitting this to the side and their legs, you can't see my leg, but my leg is doing what theirs is doing. And it's like it's a groove and it has a little bit of a bounce and a reverb in it, but it still has the quality of the really solid, grounded heaviness we had in the beginning of the chorus and that these kind of sounds we're getting in the instrumental warrant. The little choice of having it be not just a stop, having it have the reverb is just so good and it sets the next thing up to be that much more effective. Will I ever get through this is a question. Especially because they go, here, let me double check. This thing here is the same kind of, they take their time coming out of it, they're sitting in the pocket. They are waiting for the pocket of the next move to come when they do the, when it gets to the da-da-da, and they do the footwork and the transition. They're waiting for the pocket of that to come up so they have time here and they're resisting. They're not just like stop, hold, wait. They're still moving that has that resistance in it. So that way when you switch into the da-da-da, it comes out of nowhere, recaptures attention, and that's manipulating textures and using the pocket really well to create more engaging visuals for the viewer. It's so good. Oh, I really like that. It's kind of like loosely choreographed in terms of everyone's doing something a little bit different, but they're all in the same vein and same universe. They're all given the same prompt kind of a deal. I don't know. It just works so, especially because they were so in unison, synchronized, doing the same thing for that first section of the chorus, that when you get to that switch, it feels refreshing. It feels like a new energy coming through. It's so nice. I really like this. It's so good. It's a fun, just little groove. It's something that's so simple, but having simple things baked within a complex choreography makes the simple things stand out. It's usually the simple things that get the big reactions. Yes, complex choreo looks cool and everything, but if you watch a lot of like the really famous routines, the complex stuff is really cool and people are cheering. They move from super complex to something a little more simple, even just like doing something like this. That's when everyone's like, whoa! It's so important to have those moments where you're toning it down and dialing it back, because not only does that help them in terms of it gives them a little bit of a breather, but it also helps the choreography because it makes each thing more impactful. It's like if you're screaming for 3 minutes, it's not really gonna mean anything, versus if you're screaming and then getting quiet and then kind of in a middle tone and then screaming and then moving around and all of it, that's when things start to feel a little bit more effective. The screaming stands out a little bit more and the quietness stands out a little bit more. It's the same thing in choreography. Having simple stuff alongside more complex stuff, and then having stuff that's kind of in the middle allows each of those things to stand out more because you have the contrast of the other thing with it. It's so good. And this is so good because you're going from this is a more like fluid, groovy movement. I try to say movement and movement. Both to this is very like tick, 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 tick. And it's a different movement quality, and it's so good. Will I ever get through this is a question. Ooh, that was such a good ripple down. Ripples are hard because if you don't do them right, they just look like everyone's on the different timing and no one knows what the timing is. But this ripple is so good. Especially because it's a very subtle ripple. Like, it's not like one count, another count, another count. It's like very like you go, the second you see the person in front of you going, you go. So it's a very subtle ripple, but it's so good. Ooh, that part's so good. It's another, you're going from very unison choreography, very tick, 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 to something that's loosely choreographed where basically they were given a prompt, like do movements with your arms in this texture to these beats, essentially. It would be like what a prompt would be. It's so good because they all are hitting the same texture and energy in the movement, but it's different. Which you might be like, no duh, that's what you literally just said. There are times where you can be doing that and everyone interprets things a little bit differently, but when everyone's on the same page of exactly what they're going for, it makes those moments where everyone's doing something different still feel cohesive, but feel a little bit more visually interesting. Oh, I really like that, the dee 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 dee, and then the head that they go dee, clap. Adding this resistance here. I don't know if this is what they do, but they do something like it. Adding this resistance, not just like, it's like resisted, you're waiting, you're almost there, and then the second you get there, you move right out of it. It's taking something that's really big and expansive, and it's basically going really fast, and that's the kind of condensed, re-engaging focus that it needs. Ooh, all of those formation transitions were so seamless. Ooh, I really like that. Okay, so I noticed this in the performance video. I just didn't say anything about it because I knew I was going to say something about it here. I love that part of this chorus choreo is different, like the start of it is different from the first chorus choreo we get, but it still connects in the latter half of the first part of the chorus. So it still feels like we're in the same universe, but it's a little bit refreshing because it's something you're not expecting. It's also still in the same vein in terms of texture and tension that they had in that first chorus. So it still feels really connected and cohesive with it being different movement. And this transition into the form is so nice. God, it's so good. I love this move, especially because they do it a little bit differently this time around because the instrumental's different behind them. It has a little bit more energy behind it. It leans a little bit more into like the bounce and the groove as opposed to just like a more simplistic movement. It's less here this time around and more ga, 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 which is more fitting with where the song is about to go and also what the instrumental is doing currently. Let's go! Ooh, I love that we go from intricate movements to a more simple groove again in this dance break. It really goes to show you that just because the music is doing a lot doesn't mean you have to do a lot the entire time, because we have this really intricate part in the beginning. It's footwork, it's giving that first input into the dance break gives it that little kind of extra push of energy to start, and then once that's done, you can kind of adjust as you go in terms of the pacing and the intention and the levels and everything. And I really like that. Their footwork in this beginning part is so clean. That's something I've noticed throughout this entire piece of choreography, is their footwork is so good, so clean. I also love that they actually do footwork. I feel like it's really easy for choreography in K-pop to become a lot of upper body. That's one of my pet peeves, is you have legs, you have feet. Why aren't you using them? You could be doing so much more. And I get you're trying to pace because you need to be doing these songs live and stuff. So I get it, but also like you still could be doing a little bit more, I think. So I love how much footwork is in this choreography, and when they do the footwork, it is very clean. We're so close, guys. I love that. Okay. I spoke too soon. I love that this first part of this hype stuff is very simple, repetitive movements, but it's those movements that are what does the job of kind of building the hype. And it's good that they switch into a slightly more complex movement, because you build the hype, now the hype is here, now you can be a little bit more complex to round out the end of the choreo. Love that. They're also performing this so well. Ooh, the gat is so good because they're taking this with so much intention and energy and thrash in it, but it's just the one and they flip back. That part is so good. And the last couple movements we do are really big away from the body, so you're getting that really big final push, final ending, and it works so well. I want to see that entire final section again. Okay, sorry. I want to say one more thing. This throwback, also what makes it so good is everyone's turning their heads and looking away, which that doesn't really happen as much, I feel like, in K-pop choreography, where everyone, including the dancers, goes and looks completely the other direction away from where the audience is. And having that matched with that movement specifically, it's so good. Sorry, I felt like I had to get that out. Wow, okay, that was crazy. I yapped a lot, so I'm gonna keep the yapping now to a minimum. They are so good. It's ridiculous. They're so talented. I had mentioned in my reaction to the music video to this that I was like, I've never seen this kind of side of them. If you don't know, I recently got into BOYNEXTDOOR if you haven't been following my BOYNEXTDOOR series on this channel. So this is my first comeback kind of knowing about them. I had never seen something like this from them before, so I was really interested to see what it was going to be like, and I thought that they pulled it off extremely well, and I still stand by that. This choreography is incredible. They're such good dancers. I already knew that they were good dancers because I checked out some choreography during my deep dive series. Seeing this new kind of style and energy from them that I personally have never seen. I don't know if there's stuff out there that y'all have seen that I haven't seen yet. I love how versatile they are in their dancing. If I had to pick a standout for this, I would also say this is the standout for the music video too. I don't know, I just feel like this member specifically is just really eating up this comeback and the energy and everything, and that would be Woonok. I just feel like there's a different energy there. He's always had a really strong performance and energy, but I feel like this specifically, I've seen his strengths a lot more. I feel like this is a safe space. I've gotten along with One Door. One Door is very nice. I very much appreciate it. I know the kind of reaction that came when this song came out was a lot of people were like, oh no, they're losing their identity. This is not the BOYNEXTDOOR we know and love. What is going on? Which, rightfully so, when you've been following a group for as long as BOYNEXTDOOR's been around and they've stuck very much to a concept, and then having this big switch is jarring. I mean, it was jarring even for me, and I haven't seen everything, and I haven't been following them for very long. I'm the type of person where this goes for concept changes, as well as sometimes when I don't like a song from a group. I don't panic when it's just one comeback, because you still want them to have freedom to grow and evolve and try new things as people and as artists. So you don't want them kind of feeling stuck in something. I don't panic about they've lost their identity until multiple comebacks have happened where it feels like a completely different group than it used to be. That's when I start panicking. One comeback, one song, same deal. Same deal if I don't like a song, I'm like, okay, this comeback's just not for me. We'll see if the next one is back to something that I enjoy. There's not a single group that I listen to that doesn't have a song I dislike. Genuinely. For ones that I've heard a substantial amount of their music. For ones where I've only heard a couple songs, it's a little bit different story. Every single artist, even outside of K-pop, because I listen to a lot of music that's not K-pop, people have songs I don't like. Those are my thoughts on that kind of discourse that's been happening. That being said, I still think they all did great. BOYNEXTDOOR is still the standout for me for this pre-release at least. I still think they all look incredible. They all are doing incredible. They are pulling this concept off incredibly well. I'm excited to see what this comeback is going to be like, the title and then the full album. We still have a long way to go. This is just the pre-release. It's just one song. It's fine. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. This choreography is incredible. I really could have sat here for like another hour and yapped about it, but that's just too much for me and too much for y'all. It's great. They're great. This is great. I'm so excited for this comeback. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. If you want to check out any of my other BOYNEXTDOOR reactions, they are all in the BOYNEXTDOOR playlist I will link up here for you. I also react to a bunch of other groups on this channel. They each have their own playlist on my playlist tab if you want to go check any of those out. I also have a playlist called Reactions to Come that is full of everything that I'm confirmed to be reacting to that has been released. So if you do see something in place that you'd want me to watch, feel free to drop it down in the comment section below or reply to my post and let me know. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notifications. Like I said, I will be covering the BOYNEXTDOOR comeback, the title track. I'll check out the choreography for the title track, I'll do a full listen for the album, and I'll check out anything else that comes along with it in terms of B-side music videos, B-side choreographies, all of those kinds of things. So it's important that I have those post notifications turned on. If you want to go follow me on any of those social medias, I'll put them both down here. They're also linked in the description of this video as well as on my channel page, so if you want to go follow me over there, I would love to have you. I always love BOYNEXTDOOR choreography, and this was no exception. Hopefully some of what I said made sense and that you enjoyed it in some capacity. Thank you so much for watching my video and supporting my channel. I will see you guys in the next one. Crazy. Love it.